Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry on Ekko jungle here in season 12 League of Legends. For your runes, you're gonna want Dark Harvest with Sun Impact, Eyeball Ravenous with free boots and Cosmic Insight. You can also take Futures Market. That rune can be super hit or miss though. It's only really good if you're super far behind and you're 300 gold short of your Hextech Alternator. Getting Hextech Alternator is usually pretty consistent on Ekko though. On Ekko, if you want to fight on Scuttle fight, do a 5 camp clear gank Scuttle. If you don't want to fight on Scuttle, just do a full clear into gank. We're up against an 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀𝗀. He has lethal tempo. If you're playing against a lethal tempo or Conqueror jungler, there's absolutely no way you're going to solo them to the death in the early game. So we'll just full clear. We're not going to be able to beat him on Scuttle fight. Drop W around the 1 minute 28 second mark. That way you can get your stun out early. Keep your HP nice and high. The reason why you start W is it does give you a lot of damage passively. You do a lot more damage if the target falls below 30% HP. Plus, shield on it's very nice. So for example, we get a massive stun out. We try to hit the whole camp with our Q, and then we hit each monster ideally with 3 separate attacks. So it could be 2 sides of the Q and an auto attack, that's fine. As long as it's been struck 3 times. Oops. Went out a little too far. That's alright. We still hit the whole camp. It's best to use your Q from long range against monsters because the way it floats, like that's still out, 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 then in. Those are 2 separate hits, the out and the in. The out is damage in a slow and the in is just damage. We're gonna bop these 1 time, apply the passive. I'm gonna bring this right over to our blue buff. And then we can finish up our full clear. Should be able to take blue and Gromp at the same time realistically. Apply your red buff burn to both, apply your passive to both and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the blue. And then our full clear will be about 320, so a little bit faster than a Master Yi. Master Yi is around 325. Should be close to full health with 1 refill left. Looks like 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀𝘀 is doing the Scuttle Crab. He shouldn't get level 4 off that though. We can't raw fight this guy, but we can kind of play around our abilities a bit. But like his lethal tempo, like we talked about, is going to be too much to fight, so we're simply not going to be able to do that. Got him with the slow off of our Q, and he's a goner. He just trolled himself. He had the mindset of, look at me, I have lethal tempo, but you don't have to choose to fight them. You can just play defensive with your abilities like I did there. Instead of engaging on them, you let them come to you. We're going to W from outside of his vision. Got him with the slow there. Auto attack E reset. I think he might actually die, yeah, because I had my red buff burn on him, so the soul ignite really just set that over the top. Whenever you W outside of the enemy's vision, they don't get to see half of the animation. It makes it much easier to land. So if you're in a bush or behind a wall, that's usually when you want to W. You run out, you EQ. You want to hit champions as close as possible with your Q. That way you don't miss it. So we get the stun, run into her, dodge the Rakan. And our red buff movement speed slow is also slowing Kalista's attack speed. That's just the way she works specifically. We should win this, I think. Yep. We do win that. We got a lot of AoE damage off of our Q there. And we kited them out with our mobility. Remember, every 3 times you hit an enemy champion, you do a bunch of damage to them and you get a bunch of extra movement speed. So landing both sides of your Q, very, very, very important on Ekko. And most importantly, landing the first side when you're throwing it out, because that's the slow. The slow is what allows you to land the second part of it easily. Really focus on landing the first part. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. First part is the most important. We'll reset here in a second. We have potential gank on Yasuo. He still doesn't have boots. You don't see me use my W on every camp. Because if I'm full HP, there's really no reason to. Like, what would using my W on that Raptor camp done? I'm still full HP. The stun itself doesn't do any damage. So I literally wouldn't have taken this any faster, and I would have put in this 22-second ability on a long freaking cooldown. Fortunately, this is warded. We can come back around. Really hate that that was worded. He may not respect it. We'll see. Looks like he's going to, because Soul's just going to push. Some stuff going on bot side. Rakan misses the knock-up. First recall, get Hextech Alternator with a Dark Seal, then grab a Blasting Wand. And we'll pick up a control word as well. Lee Sin's getting ganked. He lands a big R. It's not quite enough with the Fiora self-healing coming in hot from the Conqueror and her R. Udyr, he's actually going AP Udyr on hit. I don't like that build at all. If you're going to play Udyr with AP, I'm pretty sure Phase Rush is still the best way to do that. Like, lethal tempo on Udyr is really just for AD Udyr. I'm pretty sure. I'm 85% sure on that. Phoenix stance isn't necessarily about creaming out auto attacks. It's just about being in proximity for the most part. Not really going to see me use my stuns on camps at this point. If you're farming full HP or 90% HP, don't waste your W on the camp. If an enemy champion shows up, or if you want to take a gank, you're going to need your W. I'll grab red buff and I'll go bot. That'll be a lot easier that way. You should be getting level 6 on Ekko somewhere around the 7-minute 30-second mark. No later than 8 minutes max. As long as you are getting some ganks or soaking some minion XP, you should be hitting it pretty consistently. Pre-7-minute 40. Oh, they're both backing. That's frustrating. I don't want to solo start Dragon. I don't have mid pressure or really support pressure right now. Even if their bot lane is backing, like my mid laner isn't there, so it's just kind of bad. I smited it before my Q landed. You want your smite to pull off the Scuttle Shield. Udyr's red buff's coming up. He's most likely top side, so I guess I could do this. I'll check for a word real quick. This is looking like a good gank. We'll W from outside of vision. We'll E to get into melee range. Hit him with a Q. Blue smite him. Oh, Soul did not follow me up there. I could have taken over 2 more shots and dodged the last one with my R. That's a shame. Oh well. So Udyr has not gone for his red buff yet. I need to chug these refills. Big fight going on bot side. The Zeri plays really well when enemies lead into her. But I think the Zeri support's just a bad pick. Get out our W. Gonna have to E to get to this guy. Ugh. At least he got the Rakan, I guess. That was decent. We got off a lot of damage. The Rakan had his flash, so we weren't going to be able to keep up with that. We'll stay for a plate, and then we'll peel off here to the side and try to get this dragon. Since we just killed enemy bot lane dragon, it should be the best play. We're going to go ahead and use our shield. You take a lot of damage from dragons on Ekko in the early mid game. In the late game, when you're doing insane damage, your self-healing is enough to get you through it. But at this point, you do want to be using it. I'm going to hold on to my E as an escape tool here, or as a last hitting tool. Timing the E with the back end of the Q plus smite. Big old smite combo there. We'll W from bush. Once again, we're not going to be able to get to this guy though. Yeah, we nicked him with a Q. That's decent. Got his shield off. Udyr's red buff should be up. He'll be over here. I don't want to blind invade this. It's such a bad idea. We're sitting on full rocket belt. Best thing we could do is basically just reset. Resetting here would be the best thing. We'll hit them both with our Q. Should be a double passive proc. Nice. I guess we'll take this camp while we're here. And then we'll reset. Oh, I didn't finish it. My bad. Top lane not really gankable. Fiora full health. Lee Sin behind. Fiora also has tier 2 boots. Yasuo has tier 2 boots. I need to reset and get Rocket Belt. We'll grab a control ward. I just heard my phone go off. I don't. Okay, it's behind me. That's fine then. Just don't want it going off like a call or anything. I think it's on vibrate. Max your E second and W last. Remember, against monster camps, throw your Q out early. It spreads and hits it easier. Against champions, throw your Q once you're in close range so they can't dodge it. So that's why against champs you normally E then Q. Got him with the stun. I'm gonna have to R back, taking way too much heat. Ezreal got a double kill off that. Holy moly. Guess he finished the Udyr and he already killed 𝗕𝐿𝐴. Things are starting to snowball and real nice. While Udyr's dead, we'll look to take a camp or two. This area is warded, so they know I'm here now since I'm hitting this ward. Easy wolves. 𝗕𝐿𝐴 should be spawning, coming back to turret. We can dive her. Ekko's actually pretty good at dives since his passive is basically phase rush, getting all that bonus movement speed for hitting the enemies 3 times. We're going to E, rocket belt into her, bonk her, get her with our Q. And she's dead. Got a potential play here mid. Yasuo's really low. He has no flash. Udyr's being annoying. Hopefully Yasuo wasn't paying attention to that. Got him with my blue smite. I should have used my blue smite sooner. That was my bad. Dude, these minions are literally blocking me off my W shield and pathing me into the turret. Holy crap. That was really unfortunate. What we should have done differently there against Yasuo is really just blue smite him earlier if my blue smite was up. That was a pretty big mistake if my blue smite was up, which it probably was. Blue smite slows them and makes it even easier to land your Q. You can see the healing's very, very nice. If you're still not full item and I have my R up, we could probably go down there. Or go over there, I should say. Flick on the sweeper. I'll come in from behind this way. Waiting for the minion wave to kind of catch back up. Toss out an early W just in case she tries to fight. Still have my R. We'll R right on top of her head. You need to pay attention to where your ghost is. Your shadow will follow you and do exactly what you do, but it's like 3 seconds behind you. 4 seconds. Yeah, so it's 4 seconds behind what you're doing. So it's going to be wherever you were 4 seconds ago. So there, we were fighting her. After 4 seconds, she kind of went back in. Then we just dropped the R right on her face after she does damage to us. Ekko's R is a flat heal, but it also heals him a lot more for the amount of HP he lost recently. So if you just got chunked and then you are, you'll get way more health back than if you're just almost dead and then you just randomly are. Because if you hadn't taken that damage recently, then you don't get that bonus health back. It's the damage you've taken within the last 4 seconds. So it makes it substantial. Udyr's bot side. Dragon's coming up. I guess I'll reset. We'll reset. You can usually get away with going tier 2. I'm gonna go physical boots here. Sork shoes are kind of greedy on Ekko in situations like these. Second item, usually looking for a lich-bane. I kind of don't want to build it right here. Oh well. Lich-bane second item is really good on Ekko. Nashor's isn't nearly as prevalent as it used to be with there being lethal tempo champions now. You're not going to beat a lethal tempo Warwick in a scrap fight or a lethal tempo Jarvan, etc. So because of lethal tempo, it's really made Nashor's lose a whole lot of steam on Ekko and other champions who normally would take it. Unless it's a champion who would already take lethal tempo like 𝗕𝐿, in which case it's whatever. So go for the lich-bane into Rabadon, or you're going to go lich-bane into Hourglass. If you need a defensive item, obviously Hourglass is a better option than Rabadon. Only go the defensive item though if you're having trouble staying alive. If the enemies don't have a way to threaten you, then having Rabadon's better. It's just way more damage like you see there. Udyr could actually be over here right now. I haven't really been looking at the minimap much this game. Gonna bonk him with a Q, get down our W. Your standard combo on Ekko is W from outside of vision, E on top of them, Q at point blank range ideally. Hit him with a blue smite. Once you have Rocket Belt, it's W E Rocket Belt Q. Pretty much that simple. You only use R if you need to. If you're fighting multiple targets, or if you have to use it to get out of a bad situation, or to just survive in general. Don't really know where they're at. There's a lot of our camps are up. There's no neutral objectives up right now. There's no one showing up mid or bots. Kind of weird. Very strange. Don't know what that's about. You're the only person on the map. Hey, there's 𝗕𝐿𝐴. She has a shield bow. Like I said, on Ekko you can E over pretty much any wall. This wall is too fat to do that with. So we're gonna E, Rocket Belt into her. Get the stun on this guy. Dang, that turret hurt. I thought I could kill it in one auto and then stay on top of the recon. It's whatever. We didn't need it that bad. So for example, this, you could go over this. I'll try to show you guys some more walls. I don't think this game's gonna last much longer. I think the enemies are starting to run out of steam. One of the best walls to do it over is actually the Raptor wall for dives, because you can W outside of vision, you pop over, and then they're done for. That's one of the best ones. Raptor wall into dives, or Raptor walls into counter ganks underneath turrets. You can go over this bad boy too, obviously. Any small, medium, or thin wall you can go over with your E. Your Q obviously goes through any kind of structure. Your Q can't be blocked unless it's like a Yasuo wind wall or a Samira wind wall. And your W, you can put wherever you want as long as it's in range. Very simple. Boom. Rocket Belt to get to him. Then my E ran out of duration. Got him with the Q. Rocket Belt's not only a dash, it's also a movement speed bonus as well if you're moving towards enemy champions for the next 1.5 seconds after using it. So it's a really, really good chase down tool. E Rocket Belt. Lame. If my Rocket Belt was up, I would have been able to do that. Without it, just put us in a spot where we weren't able to. If he's gonna run away, yeah, I think we should just wrap this game up. Ekko's late game scaling is pretty good. He's pretty consistent. As long as the enemy team doesn't have any huge kind of CC champ like a 𝗕𝐿𝐴 and Annie, then you should be fine. And we just are out. Ekko's one of the best tank dive champs in the game because of his R. It's just so freaking good at it. He can stay on top, get movement speed bonus off of his passive even. And worst comes to worst, he flicks the R, gets all of his health back, or most of it at least. I mean, if they heal cut you, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this Ekko Jungle commentary guide for Season 12. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we were the second highest in the game, behind the Ezreal. Looking at damage taken, we were the highest in the game. Pretty cool. For runes, Dark Harvest did 1,000 damage. We activated it 15 times. Sudden Impact did 318. Maxed out Eyeball Collection. We had 3,500 healing off of Ravenous. Free boots we had by the 8 minute 15-second mark. That's pretty early, getting them before 9-minute mark. All in all, Ekko Jungle pretty solid right now. Just make sure you don't pick him if the enemy team has some kind of point and click CC champion that's going to give you huge issues like 𝗕𝐿𝐴 or Annie.